Hello everybody! Happy Art Day! Welcome to Freaking Art! I'm Anastasia and I'm so happy you stopped by to make some art with me today. Well, Easter's coming up, so I thought up this really fun printmaking project. That's right, we're going to be using a potato to make an Easter egg stamp. Isn't that cool? I think so, and it's so easy. So before we start, let's do a little breathing and a stretch so we can be super focused and ready to make our art. Okay, everybody, breathe in. Whew. That always feels good. Let's do that one more time. Everybody, breathe in. And breathe out. And roll your shoulders back. And can you roll them forward? And now let's interlace our fingers and stretch out those fingers and hands and arms. Ooh. Well, I feel focused and ready to make some art. I hope you do too. So for today's class, you're going to need a potato. Any kind. Some paint. I'm using tempera paint, but poster paint or acrylic paint would probably work too. Some water. Paper towels or towels. Very important. Those potatoes get wet. A plate or a palette. A paintbrush. A pencil. And some paper. You can get a couple different colors to see what you like best. You can see here I did my potato printed Easter eggs on white, and then I put a little bit of green down to make it look like grass. This is like a deep sea green that I just printed the eggs all over. I like this one a lot too. This is a very bright neon green. I think the color looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible with the prints on it, but it was the most true green I had, so I wouldn't do that one again personally, but maybe you love that. If you like the neon, you need neon colors, not normal colors. You just need neon and neon. That's my personal opinion on that. Anyway, you can see what your prints look like on colored paper or white paper. Artist choice. Let's just move this out of the way. Okay, so here are my potatoes halves stamps that I used for my example. They look pretty gross right now. I wouldn't try to eat them. You can cut your potato this way so you have a really long, big egg shape if you have a nice shape. I do think cutting them in half this way makes it easier to stamp. Like that. Because you're going to have a nice handhold. You're like, rawr, and you can just stamp it in that paper with all your force. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is get a potato. I got to russet, whatever you want. This part I would probably ask an adult to help you with, unless you're allowed to handle knives. I got this really cool pink one as a birthday present. So be careful. Please just ask an adult to do this. I don't want to hear anybody cutting their fingers. So I'm going to take my potato and I'm going to cut it in half like this, like so, widthways. Try to get it nice and even so you have a flat surface. And you can see it's really wet and slimy right away. So that's why we got all those paper towels, because you want the paint to stay on there and it's not going to do so when it's slimy. But when you cut it in half, you get this kind of egg shape, which is nice. So let's put away this sharp knife. Won't need that again. This looks nice, that looks nice. Okay. Maybe the white one shows up better on film. We'll see. You can see all the colors. This is the fun part. We're going to draw in our designs. Now, This one I tried to be really funky with and did like a zigzag, but it didn't show up so well when I printed it. So maybe simpler is better. Like the line one worked really well, I thought. Now the cool thing is you don't need a knife for this. You could just use a pencil because the potato is soft enough that it will make a mark. You just want to make it have a nice indent. So do whatever you want. Should have brought a fork. I feel like a fork would work pretty good if you wanted a lot of lines. You could try that. You could try different tools to make your lines. But if you got nothing else, pencil works. So just draw whatever you want. And you're, I keep on getting potato shrapnel in my face. So don't be scared to get in there and get dirty. But you can see I'm just dragging my pencil all the way across, and I got that really nice line. So you should get a good indent, because the part you're cutting out is the part where the paper is going to show through. So maybe I'll do another diagonal line right above this. Now don't be, I'm making faces. I think it helps with the, that was in my eyeball. The faces and the noises totally help cutting out that potato. It's 100% true. I'll do one more diagonal line in this one. Okay, this one's just going to be 3 diagonal lines. Kind of boring, but I do think the simpler ones work better. But you do you. I don't want to hold you back from drawing your masterpiece on your potato stamp. Okay, so I got this one carved out. We'll do this one. We'll do some polka dots. Just sticking my pencil in and swirling it around. And it's getting really, really juicy. So hopefully you have some paper towels or a regular towel around. Though the adult in the household might be upset if you're using a regular towel for your art project. So ask first. I don't want any angry emails about people hurting themselves with trying to cut a potato in half or ruining mom and dad's favorite towels. So I got a wholly polka dotted potato and then a nice diagonal striped potato. Now we can put our pencil to the side here. I think I'll start with white so we can see what I'm doing nice and bright, and then we'll try a couple other colors. Get out your plate or your palette. There's 2 ways to do this. So I'm going to put a little bit of paint first into my palette, so I don't mess up my colors by dipping my paintbrush into the container of paint. Okay, make sure you have your water handy and your paper towels handy. Now the first thing you want to do is really dry off that potato. Just smush it in there, because it's going to keep on sweating or crying over here. So you probably want to wipe it off in between your stamps, just so the paint sticks real well. I got a dry potato. Dry potato. Now the first way we can do this is we can take our paintbrush and we can paint directly on the potato with our paintbrush. So I got my pretty spring colors here. I got some green and yellow, pink, purple, and blue. We only got 2 of the primary colors here. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. We got the yellow and the blue. And these, the green and the purple, are going to be our secondary colors. So that's what happens when you mix a primary color with another primary color. Art talk for you. Okay, so I got my dry, very dry potato here, and I'm going to put some paint on it. So we can either put paint down on a plate and smush our potato in it, or we can directly paint on the potato. We're going to do both ways so you feel super comfortable in your exploration of your art project doing these potato stamp Easter eggs. So I'm going to take my blue, that seems nice, paint this stripe. And Diamond needs another color, so I'm cleaning off my paintbrush real nice and good here. Drying it, because we don't want it to be too wet, remember? And let's see. We'll do the green on the next stripe. We'll wash off that paintbrush. Do some yellow. We'll wash off that paintbrush and drying off that paintbrush. And we'll do a little bit of pink right at the bottom edge here. Okay, this is number one. So I got my beautifully multicolored painted potato stamp here. Just going anywhere on my paper. Not too worried about it. I'm just trying out my stamp. And press down real good. Ha! That looks pretty good. Let's see if it looks better if I do it just flat. Just do it flat here. Oh, get my body weight into it. Ooh. Yes, it looks much better when you can put your body weight into it. But that's why it's also helpful to have the adult cut the potato, because you want it to be as straight as possible so it's not bumpy. Look at how nice that looks. It looks amazing. Okay, now let's show you the second way of doing your paint on your potato stamp. You would have your plate. And maybe you just have your paint on your plate because you don't have a fancy palette. You don't need a fancy palette to be making your artwork. We all know this. You do it with what you got and it's gonna look great. Okay, so maybe we'll do some purple. And I'm just smushing my purple paint here on my plate. And maybe I'll do two colors here, and I'll do some pink, because the pink and purple would be a very nice color combination. There's some pink right next to that. Don't worry, I'll show you what I did. This is what I did. So I have my paint down on my plate, and I'm going to take my potato, make sure it's dry. So I got these paper towels here, and I'm going to smush it, technical term there, smush. I'm going to smush it on that paint. I don't know if this works as well, but we're going to try it out. I need more paint. Okay, I decided I need more paint on that plate. We got our plate, we got our potato, we're smushing it, we're smushing it. There we go, we're smushing it. We got a pink and purple polka dot potato here. It's gonna become a polka dotted Easter egg. Ready? Ready for the magic? We'll do it both ways again. We'll press it down up here and then we'll press it down full force on the table. Ha! It's got a lot of shrapnel in there. Don't worry, when it dries it will come off. Then again, putting it on the table, which I just suggest you be doing this the whole time. Put my potato down. Full force, full force, full force. Ha! Oh, it looks so much better. I should just do it like that every time. Like I said, I got some potato bits here. I'm going to wait till the paint dries all the way and then I'll just wipe it off and it'll be totally fine. So, up to you which way you want to stamp it. If you want a little bit more control on how your colors are going on, the painting it on works really well. If you don't really care and you like that surprise element, putting on the plate works too. So I'm going to do one more of these fun stripe ones. Now you can change the colors you're doing because you want to wipe off that potato anyway. So I wiped it off. I got like a pretty clean slate here. Got a clean brush. And I'll just put some more paint on here. Woo! That's a little bit much. Okay, so I got 2 stripes of yellow here. I'm gonna rinse off that paintbrush and dry off that paintbrush. Let's do the pink. I like pink a lot. Do pink in the middle. I mean, I think this is fun because you probably have a potato at home. It's really easy to make marks on it with just your pencil and turn it into a super sweet stamp. And when you cut the potato in half like this, it looks like an egg. So then you have a super festive printmaking project out of stuff from the house. How cool is that? Super cool in my opinion. Okay, since it worked best, going full force on the table, we'll just do that again. Let's put this over here. Okay, I want, for my composition, I would like 5 eggs because I like odd numbers. So I'm putting one right here. Remember, composition is how we arrange the items on our page and how they relate to each other. Okay, so I got my potato on there ready for the full force of my strength. Ah. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. The green is coming through a little bit on the yellow, but it's not bothering me. At this point, you could let it dry and be like, this looks amazing. I'm just going to write my name across the top. Or figure out how to spell Easter and put that across the top. Or you can put in some grass. I'm going to take my green and put in a little bit of grass here. Artist choice though, remember? It's your artwork. And it should look like your artwork. So this is just I'm just doing a little strip of grass. Yeah. And these eggs are just magically floating because they're so happy and colorful that they're just lifted off the ground. But see, you could just do whatever you want to make your Easter egg potato stamp project look uniquely yours and super awesome. I think that looks pretty. Maybe we'll put Easter across the top. Happy Easter. Let's see. I hope I have enough room for Easter. My happy is pretty big. E A. Let's see if I can do it backwards. S. S. T. That doesn't look too bad for impromptu, spur of the moment, happy Easter. In fact, I think that looks fabulous. So this looks great. No denying that. I like my polka dotted potato stamp Easter eggs, and I like my striped ones too. They look really happy. But just to give you an idea of what another piece of paper looks like, let's see, maybe we'll try, we got this nice creamy color. We'll see what that looks like. I'll take my polka dotted one again. I'm going to make sure it's dry. So I'm wiping off that sad potato. It just cries. Just cries potato tears. Okay. And what color should we go for? We got this yellow. Maybe. I'm using my paintbrush again. I'm not doing the plate smushing technique. You can do that. You do you. I'm going to go with some blue. Gonna go with some blue on the outside. I think I'll do it outside and then do the inside a different color. It'll be like a bullseye and it will be amazing. It will be amazing. Okay. There's the blue. Washing off my paintbrush. What other color will look really nice with blue? We'll do a purple right now. Now let's do the pink on the inside. Let's do the blue with the pink right there on the inside. Kind of mixing the colors a little bit. Maybe it looks like a little pink surprise there. Okay. I got my piece of paper here. Now you can see what it looks like on a different color piece of paper. Up to you, artist choice. Okay, just pressing it down. Oh no, I moved it when I pressed it. Oh god, it's gonna be a blurry egg. Ha! That looks okay. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Stamping it full force. We'll just keep that over there. We don't need that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more paint on so we get this full force, bright, pigmented, totally awesome, polka-dotted Easter egg. So I got the pink in the middle. I'm going to go with the blue again on the outside. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. This is going to look great. I know it's going to look great. I believe in it. Easter egg, I believe in you. Ready? We're going to put this down. We're not going to move it around wibbly wobbly. We're going to put it down. Full force! Roar! Oh yeah. That looks good. Look at that. I have room for another one in the middle. I think I'll do that stripy one. Let's see. Make sure my potato is nice and dry. This also works well if you want to switch up your colors, because then you're not getting muddy mixed colors from your potato. I am cleaning off my brush real good. Drying off so it's not too wet. Let's see, I got some blue and pink in there. What color should we do this one? I guess we'll do it yellow and green. That seems very nice and Eastery. So I'm going to do the yellow. We'll alternate. We'll do every other stripe here. We're going to do yellow. Yellow on the bottom. Cleaning off my brush real good. And I said green. I said green, I believe. Okay. I'm going to go with the green. It looks like I'm painting this on very carefully. You don't need to be that careful. I think I just enjoy the act of painting, and so I'm making it extra time consuming. Ooh, paint my potato. I'm painting it really well. Okay, I got my sweet tie-dye looking polka dot eggs. I'm going to put my stripy one right in the center. At least try to. Haha, okay. And press down. Full force, yeah! This looks great too. I want to do some grass again. I just like to have some grass under my eggs, because like, why are they floating in space? Just put a little bit of grass here. La 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 la. Yeah. Okay. So here are our totally amazing potato stamp Easter egg prints that we did. Very festive. Very fun in my opinion. And so easy to do from home, huh? Well, I hope you guys liked today's class. We'll put this like this. There we go. If you did, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. It helps me continue to make these fun art classes for you on the internet. And of course, I want to see your super awesome potato stamp Easter egg prints. I want to see what fun designs and colors you did. If you decide to do on a colored piece of paper or a white piece of paper, I'd love to see where your imagination took you. So please tag me on Instagram or send me an email or some snail mail, and then we can look at your artwork together. And until next time, have a fabulous week, okay guys? I'll see you later. Bye!